Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel motorvibe_110. The king is back. The name that once ruled the muscle car era has returned, not as a memory, but as a full-blown, fire-breathing legend reborn. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for the 2026 Chevy Chevelle SS 454. This isn't just a car, it's a beast reincarnated. It's a seismic shockwave ripping through modern performance machines and screaming that American muscle is alive, angry, and more brutal than ever. This is not a nod to the past, it's a declaration of war. Back in the 1970s, the original Chevelle SS 454 was feared on the streets, respected on the drag strip, and immortalized in the hearts of gearheads. It had presence, power, and personality that could not be ignored. Fast forward to 2026, and Chevrolet has done the unthinkable. They've resurrected the Chevelle, not as a watered-down tribute, but as a modern interpretation of an untamable icon. This is pure power with a modern twist, and it's ready to rip your soul apart the moment you touch the throttle. One glance and you know this thing means business. The design is raw, muscular, and dripping with aggression. The hood is massive and domed, paying homage to the cowl induction of the original SS. Vents slash through the front like war paint. The LED headlights are set deep into squared housings that mimic the stare of a predator. The wide, menacing grille is all blacked out mesh with a proud red SS badge glowing like a warning sign. Below it, a chin spoiler wraps aggressively, channeling airflow and attitude all at once. The body lines are tight, but brutal. Flared wheel arches bulge outwards to house staggered 20-inch front and 22-inch rear forged wheels wrapped in massive Michelin Pilot Sport rubber. From the side, it's all business, wide stance, low ride, side exhaust cutouts whispering danger. The rear end finishes the fight with quad rectangular exhaust tips, a blacked-out bumper, LED tail bars, and an SS 454 badge that brings chills to anyone who knows the legend. And then you hear it. That sound. That thunder. That unmistakable symphony of American horsepower. Beneath the hood lies a handcrafted, twin-turbocharged 454 cubic inch V8. Yes, Chevy went back to the legendary displacement. This iron beast produces a mind-shattering 850 horsepower and 900 pound-feet of torque, making it the most powerful production Chevelle ever made. It's mated to a robust 10-speed automatic with paddle shifters or an optional 6-speed manual for the purists. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Quarter mile in under 10 seconds. Top speed. Electronically limited to 205 miles per hour. But more than numbers, it's the brutality of how it delivers. The moment you floor it, the car launches like a missile, the rear tires clawing at the asphalt, the front slightly lifting, the growl turning into a scream that vibrates in your chest. But it's not just a straight-line demon. Thanks to a modern suspension setup, adaptive magnetic dampers, adjustable COI levers, and a reinforced chassis, it carves corners like a proper sports coupe. You feel connected, locked in. The steering is sharp, the braking immediate thanks to massive Brembo 6-piston calipers up front and 4-piston in the rear clamping down on carbon ceramic rotors. This isn't a boat. It's a guided missile with razor precision. Slide inside and the nostalgia hits like a freight train, but wrapped in today's tech. The dash design is retro-inspired with dual-round analog gauges, but in between sits a 12-inch digital cluster that can be customized in classic or performance layouts. The steering wheel is thick, flat-bottomed, wrapped in Alcantara and leather with a glowing SS emblem at the center. Red stitching runs across the cabin. Real aluminum, carbon fiber, and soft leather coat the interior. The seats. Aggressively bolstered performance buckets with embossed SS logos, cooling, heating, and massaging functions. The center console houses a fighter jet-style shifter, surrounded by billet toggles and red-stitched suede. A heads-up display keeps your eyes on the road, projecting boost, speed, G-force, and lap times. And for the purists, the option to disable all electronic nannies and let the car run wild in track beast mode. Infotainment. 15-inch OLED touchscreen running Chevy's latest MyLink OS, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, built-in navigation with real-time traffic and weather overlays, and a 14-speaker Bose performance sound system. But let's be honest, you won't use it. Because the only sound you'll crave is the one coming from that side exit exhaust as the twin-turbo V8 sings its brutal anthem. Safety. It's all here. Blind spot detection, adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist, 360-degree cameras, forward collision alert, pedestrian braking, and even semi-autonomous highway mode. But none of it dilutes the experience. You're still the driver, the commander, the pilot of this raw machine. The 2026 Chevelle SS 454 is about emotion. About presence. About sending chills down your spine every time you twist the key. Chevrolet is offering this icon in 3 trims: the base SS 454, the mid-level SS 454R with track upgrades, and the mind-bending SS 454X, a limited production model with carbon fiber body panels, rear-wheel steering, titanium exhaust, and a special 950 horsepower engine tune. Only 150 units of the 454X will be built worldwide. This car is more than a rebirth, it's a statement. A middle finger to conformity. A steel-fisted punch to the face of the EV revolution. And yet, Chevy hasn't turned a blind eye to the future. A hybrid option is on the horizon, pairing the same V8 with an electric assist system to produce over 1,000 combined horsepower, with torque fill at low RPM and launch control that could make a supercar cry. It's in development, and Chevy hints it may be available by late 2027. But for now, in 2026, we bask in the glory of pure, unapologetic combustion. There's a reason why the Chevelle nameplate was chosen. It wasn't about marketing. It was about legacy. About fear. The kind of fear this car puts in the rearview mirrors of everything else on the road. Park one of these next to a McLaren or Ferrari, and watch heads turn, not because of the badge, but because of the presence. Because this car doesn't whisper. It roars. It announces itself like thunder before the storm. Driving it is an experience you don't forget. The heavy clutch if you go manual. The slight vibration through the wheel. The smell of tire rubber as you exit a corner sideways. The weight of the V8, the push of boost, the sudden torque slam as the turbos spool. It's theater, danger, and thrill rolled into one intoxicating package. And it still manages to be civilized when you need it to be. Set it to comfort, and the dampers soften. The exhaust quiets. The transmission shifts smooth. You could daily it, if you wanted to live on the edge every morning. But when you put it back in race mode, it turns into a monster with no leash. Owners get more than a car, they get a passport to American muscle royalty. Each Chevelle SS 454 comes with a numbered plaque, a build book, and optional track driving lessons at Chevy's Performance School in Nevada. You can even option yours with retro vinyl stripes, classic color palettes like Hugger Orange, Cranberry Red, or Tuxedo Black, and heritage badging with the old school, SS, typeface. It's a car that's as much about culture as it is about performance. It's a shrine on wheels. A rolling monument to American horsepower. The 2026 Chevelle SS 454 is what happens when engineers are let off the leash. When designers are told to break the rules. When marketing says, do it for the believers. This isn't for everyone. It's for those who grew up on the smell of burnt rubber and the sound of carburetors. It's for the new generation of thrill seekers who want raw excitement in a sea of soulless machines. It's a car that doesn't care about efficiency, about being subtle, about playing nice. It only cares about one thing: delivering the most explosive, unforgettable driving experience of your life. The name Chevelle has always meant something. Now it means more. It means you're driving a future classic. A mechanical animal. A legacy reborn. The 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 is not just the return of a muscle car. It's the return of fear, of rumble, of raw, unapologetic power. And it's here to shake the world.